Hey guys! Wow, I inadvertently sounded American. I am far from American, I am British. What's up guys? I'm from Chris. Now this is going to be my second video on Yeousch Sports. Well, actually technically not. We won't go into that. This will be the dawn of a new series, the first episode. So I've decided to pick Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs, as I will most likely call them during this series. Now usually I'm not a fan of big teams, and probably the biggest team I've ever been is probably Milan, AC Milan. So I would class Tottenham as the second highest I've ever been. Now I've chosen Tottenham because it's not... Okay, in theory this shouldn't be a long series. I should be able to win the Champions League and the Premier League with this side, or the base of this side, with the likes of Bale, Holtby, Vertonghen, maybe Norton, and Hugo Lloris. I've got a lot of good players. I've got Dembele, I've got Crisito, I've got Dempsey, Sigurdsson, Soldado. I've got a very good side. And financially, I'm not amazing, but I'm well off. So this should be, I'm going to say, 3 seasons. I could do this in 3 seasons. If I could do it in 2. Because obviously I'm not in the Champions League yet. So the quickest it could be done is 2. But I'm going to aim for 3. That is the aim of this series, just to win the Premier League and the Champions League. Then boom, done. Bish bash bosh. Tottenham Hotspurs finally win the Champions League. And finally win the Premier League. Tottenham have a rich history. They've won the early Division 1s, but they've never won the Premier League and they've never won the Champions League. Don't know about Europa. They were good. Back in the day, we're talking like 60s, 70s, 80s, around that time. Why not actually check their history? So they've won the Premier Division twice. That's technically not true. They've won the First Division twice. They won it in 1961, so that was the First Division. They won the Cup Winners' Cup, which is now known as the Champions League, in 1963, and the UEFA Cup, now known as the Europa League, in 1972 and 84. And they won the Capital One Cup in 2008. Apart from that, I think under George Graham they won the FA Cup. No, they didn't. It was the community... Well, so technically they haven't really won anything, because the Capital One Cup sucks. They won it under George Graham in 1999 with David Ginola, Mr. L'Oreal, because you're worth it. And in 2008, it's kind of an untouched trophy cabinet, because I don't class that shitty little cup as a cup. Anyway, it's more like it's like a toaster. A toaster? Okay, we'll move on. I don't know where I was going with that. So, transfers. Obviously, a lot has happened. Now, I'm using a update called the LFC Marshall Update. If you're new to Football Manager, Google it, search it. It's a guy who puts so much time and effort into a database and gives you the latest transfers week in, week out, and gives you updates I think it's every couple of weeks. He'll update the database. So, pretty much every transfer that has been confirmed is in this game. So obviously Bale, Bale is still at Spurs because he's not technically moved. Zaha's at United, but he's on loan to me. Stuff like that. Some quick initial things. I tried to sign Emenike as a striker. They wanted 54 million. Not going to happen. My director of football, Franco Baldini, I allowed him the freedom of signing players, but obviously I'd have the final say. He tried to buy Doumbia. I don't rate him. I declined. Well, I cancelled it on the final day, and I tried to sign Eric Lamela, and they wanted like 44 million. Not going to happen. Now the players I sold quite a lot of players. Most well known could be Danny Rose went to Wigan for 2.8. Iago Falki. I don't actually know how to say his name, if I'm honest. I thought it was Iago, and then Football Manager bunged in a second name. Scott Parker went to Fulham for 6 million. And Aaron Lennon went to Southampton to 12.5 million. Or 12.25 million. Partly because I don't rate him. He reminds me of probably a bit like Walcott. All the pace. It's not really a saying. There's a saying that is in England. Don't know whether it's in America. All the gear, but no idea. That's what kind of Aaron Lennon reminds me of. He's got all this pace, but no technical ability. No end product, should I say. Although it says he has 12 finishing, I'd probably give it about 8. I think he's just not... Look at that. That's a mediocre player. Okay, maybe I'm being too harsh, but that's what... I've always thought that about Aaron Lennon. He shows signs of brilliance in a game, then he'll do it next week, and then you won't see it for about a month. So I sold him in the hopes of signing Eric Lamela, but it didn't happen, so it kind of shot me in the foot. But luckily, Franco Baldini loaned Wilfried Zaha for me. I thought, why the fuck not? Very good player. Just hope he's not like Aaron Lennon. Unfortunately, I can't judge him. Never seen him in real life. I've seen him on FIFA and Football Manager, so I can't really pass judgment. I think it's very unfair to pass judgment on a player where you haven't actually seen him. People are raving on about him, but I just hope he's not that type of player like Lennon. I signed Domenico Criscito, who I think is a fantastic left back. Vastly overpriced though. I think I spent 21.5 million on him. It was either him or Leighton Baines. Leighton Baines went to Manchester United for like 27 million. And based on his age, I would have paid that, because that's a guy who's hit his peak, in his prime, should I say. And who can probably last a couple of years at that level. I think it's worth it. Compared to Asso Okoto, 10 times better. Although, according to my assistant, Asso Okoto isn't that bad. I think he's awful. Although he did very well last season. So yes, signed him for 21.5 million. Earlier in the pre-season, Franco Baldini signed Roberto Soldado. I cancelled it because I wasn't sure of paying 25 million for a guy who's... He's there, 25.5 million I paid. He's there, he's in his prime. He's a very sought after man. I don't know actually where he's moved in real life. Don't know whether he has moved. But he's a very good player. Has been very good in Spain for a couple of years. Probably for a few years with Valencia. Wasn't very good for Madrid, but in all fairness, wasn't really given a chance. But you can tell by... That's not amazing. But I don't like Adebayor. I don't... I needed a striker anyway. But I don't like Adebayor. So I don't like having everything rest on a guy that I don't like. That doesn't make sense. Why would you put so much pressure or... Right, you're the only striker I've got. Everything is going through you. But I don't like you. So, yeah. Not really going to work. It was a lot of money. Didn't want to pay it, but I paid it. I just hope that he proves me wrong in a way, because I don't think he's as good as his price tag. But that is the squad. To the system, I'll put all these links in the description in case you want to download the system. The system is a Borussia Dortmund inspired type playstyle tactic downloaded from FM Base. I'm not sure the guy who made it, but I will link it in the description. It's not my tactic. I won't take any credit for this. Bale, obviously Bale's the main guy, okay? Everyone's talking about Bale this year. Will he go, will he not? Personally, I think he will go, because I think turning down 95 euros is maybe 100 euros or whatever. You're not going to get any more for a player like Bale. And you're not going to get a club who's going to match that bid every year. Madrid are going out on a limb. And if Madrid sign him, then we're all fucked. He's got so much talent. He's got so much more potential. Although I remember the old Bale at Tottenham and he was awful. Bale was originally a left back. I think Harry Redknapp started playing him higher up the pitch and really showed how well he was. Anyway, Holtby will play on the left because I love Lewis Holtby. And I think... I'm not sure, but I think Holtby will be more effective than Bale on the left. And plus, well, flip the coin. Bale will be more effective in the middle than anyone. Obviously, I would have liked that right midfielder. But shit happens. You move on. Obviously, we've got Paulinho, who was signed in real life. This is what I mean. Some of the real life transfers are in. It's a very, very strong side. Now, I don't know whether Paulinho can pass. It's a very, very good side. I can win the Premier League with this. So that is the back four. Crescito isn't 100%, but I'd rather have him there than him. That's the back four. I love Dawson. Big fan. Vertonghen is a very good ball-playing centre-back. Hugo Lloris will have to stay on the bench. We are about to play Manchester United in the third actually league fixture. I've played 2. I drew 0-0 with Everton and I drew 2-2 with Fulham. Scored very late on, 85th and 87th minute. Fuckers. So this is a good test to see how we'll do. But then also I have the possibility of rotating this middle part. I can rotate these any way I want. But do I? Go for Sigurdsson. I'm a Reading fan, so I'm naturally a huge fan. huge fan of... I'm going to play Norton to get some match fitness, because obviously... Walker even, because that is the back four. I forgot about Kyle Walker. Younes Gabor is a fan. I've got very good backup as well. Why? He's eligible because I'm playing United. Okay. I think Dembele will be more... Like... I don't think anyone will be as impactful as Bale in the middle. So it kind of... why did I do that? Shit. I'm an idiot. You'll get used to that. I do stupid shit. Fuck. Set my team up beautifully. And I've gone and fucked it up. Right, there we go. We're ready. How long is Huddleston is out for 5 weeks. Okay. Bale, Holtby, Dembele, Paulinho, Sandro, Soldado. Yeah, we're ready, baby. Give him that number 7 shirt, because it just looks good. You're too good to be true. They've got Nicholas Gaitan and Marion Fellaini. I still can't say his name right. You can clearly see David Moyes is there. Fellaini, Leighton Baines. That's a very, very good left-hand side. I'm sure I was correct. 21.5 they paid for Leighton Baines. 22 they paid for Marion Fellaini. And they paid 24 for Nicholas Gaitan. Holy shit. They have a lot of money. And Wayne Rooney's still there. Very good side, actually. Vertonghen is fantastic, though. He has 14 long shots as a centre-back, and I intend to use him. Now, one thing about my commentary style. Shit, the assistant is doing the team talks. That was bad on my part. I don't commentate, okay? I don't commentate on the game because it just doesn't feel natural. I watch. I'm as much as a spectator as you are. And you'll probably start to get to know that I am quite a twat. In a good way. I've had a female call me that. Unfortunately, when a female tells you things like this, you don't really know how to take it. So you're in the moment, and you're like, yeah. And she's like, Gareth Bale, though. That is why he's in the middle. Look at that run. He's still going. Follow the strange stick man, and you'll find Gareth Bale. So yeah, you're in the moment. You're with the woman, and she goes, "Do you know what? I really like you. You're such a twat in a good way." It's happened to me twice. Fuck. So yeah, if a woman tells you that, then I would take it as a compliment. Although I don't really know how. Is a twat. One thing I love about Americans is when you say twat. Bafe. Bafe, the Yeousch Sports content manager, when he's... I love the guy. When he says twat, it's more like twat. But in an American accent, I've just conceded. No! Brad Friedel. Love it when Americans swear. I've had this ongoing discussion with Bafe about aluminium, or as some Americans like to call it, aluminum. Why? Why is Baines on the... Wow, I got counter-attack like a motherfucker. Okay, tactics time. I don't understand why you guys call it aluminum. I'm away from home. Okay, I think I could counter. So clear ball to flanks. Look for the overlap. We'll drop deeper. It's kind of contradicting the tactics, but I'm going to concede anyway. Brad Friedel's on fire. Brad Friedel is a sweaty little baldy. And he's American. Javier Hernandez. So yeah, if a female likes to call you a twat in a good way, take it as a compliment. Probably the nicest thing a woman has ever called me. That shows you how bad of a job I'm doing. I doubt myself a lot. Am I really a twat? Hey, it's better to be a twat in a good way than a bad way, because some guys are complete and utter wankers. And never say the C word in front of a woman. Holy. What a tackle! Feel. Bale. I'm like a girl. I am like a little girl when I'm playing Football Manager. Did anybody just see that shot? 20, 30 yards, Gareth Bale. Smashing the upright. Oh! Gylfi Sigurdsson. I shouldn't have sold. Shouldn't have sold. Actually, I think Holtby will do a better job defensively than old Gylfi Sigurdsson. Yeah. Good call, Christopher. Thank you very much. I still don't want to still do not want to sacrifice Bale in the middle. I think if you can get Bale as that centre attacking mid, he's not an advanced, but he is just the attacking mid. He is what Rooney is in this game for United. Actually, no, Rooney's more of a centre forward in the attacking midfield position. Bale is kind of, well, he can do what he wants. He has a free license to do what he wants. Am I going to win? Bale's going to sit. Bale through the middle is a revelation. Ah! He could have scored a hat-trick. I don't know what it is, but he is so effective in the middle. If he wasn't a cocky little perv? Yeah, call him a perv, why not? I say random shit as well. If he wasn't a cocky little turd, he could have scored a hat-trick. But we won 2-0 against Manchester United. At Old Trafford. First game of the season. It's not bad. Couldn't have asked for a better start. And Bale and Brad Friedel were absolutely amazeballs. And I don't think Gareth Bale should have man of the match. I think Mr. Brad Friedel should. Does Valdez merit a Spain place? No, because he's shite. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. What I will do is I will do videos. You'll get a video once a week on Yeousch Sports, but in game there will be, there will be every couple of months. So I'll see you around October. It's a good way to keep the game updated. So like, if I do a video once a week and I come back and do the Palace game, you're going to be a bit annoyed. Like, oh wow, really? Only 2 games? What's the point? It can get very tedious the more videos you do. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. I do 4 other saves on my own channel. My link will be in the description. So if you want to see more Football Manager, then come over to my place. But I'll be here next week, sometime, someday. Take it easy, guys. Peace!